So what's up guys, welcome to another YouTube video. I know the setup is different because I'm currently in Lebanon and yeah, for a summer holiday. And today what we're going to be doing is Premier League 2019-20 predictions. So how this works is that I'm going to start from 20th up until 1st. So yeah, let's get straight into this. So there is some bias in this. Yeah, and all the fans that are watching, don't get like angry if I don't pick your teams. It's just my opinion. It might be wrong, it might be right. Let's find out. And at the end of the season, we will see like if I got them right and stuff. So yeah, let's start this off. So 20th place, I have put Newcastle United. So last year they actually finished. They actually finished 13th, but this year they sacked their best manager in a long time, Rafa Benitez. They didn't sack him. They didn't renew his contract when he left, and because obviously their club owner is a really bad owner. He hasn't spent money, but now their manager Steve Bruce. What do you expect when you like appoint someone like Steve Bruce? And they've actually given him some money, 36 million, I believe, for the new striker Joelinton. But I don't think that is. I don't think that just Joelinton would make them survive in the Premier League. So yeah, Newcastle United 20th. I really hope they prove me wrong because I do like Newcastle United. They're a really big club. They have a really big stadium, and it'd be a shame if they actually get relegated. Position Sheffield United. I believe it's Sheffield United because this is their first season in the Prem in a long time, so it's going to be really different to the Championship, and they have got some new signings though, and it'll be interesting to watch them because they finished second last year in the Championship, which is automatic, like they got automatically promoted to the Premier League. So yeah, Sheffield United is a very good team, and I hope they stay up, but I'm putting them 19th for now. So 18th position we have Brighton. So Brighton sacked their manager at the end of last season, and I don't think that was a good choice as he kept them in the Premier League for 2 years. They haven't really made new signings, so I believe this is the time for Brighton to leave the Premier League and maybe re-establish themselves in the Championship. 17th we have Norwich City. Norwich City is a good team. As you can see, last year they won the Championship and they got automatic promotion to the Premier League. And yeah, I just believe that it's going to be a tight race between Brighton and Norwich, but at the end Norwich will win. They have a really good striker. Made some few signings, but I don't really know them, but I've seen that they made some new signings, and yeah, I think they'll survive in the Premier League. 16th we have Burnley. Burnley has been struggling last year. The season before they did really well and finished 7th, but last season they did really bad. I think they finished 16th so I'm going to put them in the same position as last year. Let me see what they finished 15th actually, and yeah, I just think that it's going to be a standard season for them, and yeah, they'll survive. Now 15th, I've put Southampton. So I put Burnley and Southampton. Like last year, Burnley was 15th. This year, Southampton is 15th. So Southampton, their new manager, he's very good, and I think he made them stay up last season. So I think he'll do the same again this season. Good season for Southampton, and yeah, I think they'll stay alive. 14th, I put Aston Villa. So Aston Villa have actually spent a lot of money. They've spent 125 million, or more maybe by the time this video comes out. They got good signings like Trezeguet, which I think will boost their squad and strengthen it, and yeah, their Premier League quality. They've got Jack Grealish as well, which is a really good player. Been linked to Tottenham for so long, but I think now that he's in the Premier League, he would like to stay at Aston Villa. Their manager is good. As he came in last season, he got an amazing winning streak, which made them get into the playoff position to get promoted. But they have lost some players like Tammy Abraham to Chelsea, which I think that they should re-sign him on loan or sign him better, and to be really good. So yeah, Aston Villa are staying. They're gonna be 14th. We have Bournemouth. Bournemouth did okay last season, but at the end of last season they kind of stood back. At the beginning of last season they picked up many points, which helped them stay in the Premier League. So if they get a good start and maintain it to the end, I think they will stay in the Premier League. They've got a really good manager, which I rate so well. And yeah, they're a small club, but they've been in the Prem since 2015, and that was their first time in the Prem, and now they've stayed all these seasons. So yeah, good for Bournemouth. 12th we have Watford. Watford had a good season last year. They went to the final of FA Cup, and they got battered by Man City, but at least they reached the final. And they did quite good in the league. They finished 11th in the league last year, but I think this year they'll finish 12th. So yeah, Watford will have a okay season, and yeah, that's what I think. So now 11th we've got Crystal Palace. So now this depends on if Wilfried Zaha leaves. He's been linked to Arsenal and Everton. So if he leaves, I think they'll finish around 15th, 16th, because he's the one carrying their team. Okay, they've got some really good players like Wan-Bissaka also left, so that's really big, really big for Crystal Palace. They got really good midfielders like what's his name, Maxime Meyer and Milivojevic, which I think can make them finish 11th. 10th we've got West Ham United. They had really good signings. Sebastian Haller, notably the biggest signing for them, 40 something million. They broke their record for him, and he's a really good addition. They might finish higher, and I actually want them to finish higher because I like West Ham, and their coach is a top-notch manager. So I think they'll finish mid-table. 10th is a good position for them to strengthen for next season. So now we have 9th Wolves. Wolves were amazing last season, promoted and got 7th. Really good team. They shocked many big teams by beating them or stealing points from them. And I think this year won't be as crazy as last season, but they'll still be in the top half of the table. 9th will be a good position. They got Vallejo on loan, and they got another player from the Spanish league, I believe, and these are their 2 signings so far. But they also signed players on loan permanently. De Donker, notably one of them, very good season last season, and I think they'll get top half. 9th, Everton. Their kits is nice. That's all I have to say. So obviously I'm a Liverpool fan, and this is not any bias now. I actually do think Everton will finish 8th. They're a big team, but they're the smallest big team I've seen in the Prem. They have what it takes to finish top 6, but I don't think their manager is very good. So I put them at 8th. They signed Andre Gomez permanently, and Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph is not that good, so I don't think that will make them go into the top 6. Then we have Leicester City. Leicester City permanently signed Telemans, and they signed Ayoze Perez, which is really good additions to their already good squad. They've got James Maddison, they've got Jamie Vardy, Maguire. If they lose Maguire, I think they'll drop points and finish around 12th or 11th, but for now I'm putting them 7th. I think they will get the European qualifying spot, Europa League. So yeah, exciting times ahead for Leicester. I've put Chelsea Football Club. they have a new manager in Frank Lampard, and they have a transfer ban. Frank Lampard is a good manager, but I don't think he has the experience, and I don't think he has what it takes to make Chelsea a Champions League team. Obviously, they are in the Champions League next season, but I don't really think they'll qualify for the season after that because he's only had 1 year of experience in the Championship as well. So, yeah, I'm gonna put them sixth. They have Christian Pulisic, but I don't think he's really overpriced. But I don't think that he'll have a good impact. But I don't think he'll be enough for Chelsea to finish in the top 4. Sixth is a good position for his first year, I believe. And this time, the owner, Chelsea, I think will have a patience with Frank Lampard, unlike other managers, and yeah, I predict Chelsea to finish 6th. I might be wrong, I don't know. They might have the best season. They might have an even worse season, I don't know. But they have really good talent in their squad. Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Tammy Abraham, so many more to talk about. But I believe they'll finish 6th. 5th, I've put Manchester United. So Manchester United actually finished 6th last season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, won a lot of games, but after that PSG loss, after that PSG win, I think they just started losing games, notably against Wolves, against Everton 4-0, and they really had a bad end to the campaign last season. There are some new additions to the team, such as Wan-Bissaka, and they're closing in, I think, on another player, more players. So yeah, I think this season will be standard for Man United to definitely do better than last season, and they'll finish 5th. I do believe if they start off really bad, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be sacked, and they'll have to look for a new boss again. But for now, I'm putting them in 5th place, just because I think they have more quality than Chelsea. 4th, I put Arsenal FC. So they're being linked to many attackers such as Nicolas Pepe, Wilfried Zaha, but I believe they need defenders. They've already got the best attacking duo in the league, I believe, Aubameyang and Lacazette. They've got really good players going forward, but defensively, Koscielny, I think, was one of their best defenders, and now he's had issues with the club. He hasn't traveled pre-season with them, which is a really big issue. They're gonna strip him of the captaincy, I believe. Mustafi should be sacked. He should be sold out, bro. You can't. He's not a Premier League defender, and I believe that Arsenal would finish 4th, just to clinch onto the Champions League spot. 3rd, I put Tottenham Hotspurs. They're a really good team. They added Ndombele to their side, which I rate so highly. He's a centre mid, and I think that it'll be a very good season for Tottenham, as they so these are the top 2. So this is so unpredictable. I don't know. This is obviously a bit biased from my point because I'm a Liverpool fan, but yeah, I think I gave it away already. 2nd, Manchester City. They're a really good team, 100%. One of the best teams I've ever seen. I just don't think that they can keep it going for 3 consecutive seasons. I don't know. If any team could stop them, it would be Liverpool, and that's why I put Liverpool at 1st. So this is a really tricky decision, as I'm a Liverpool fan. We haven't won any of our pre-season games in the US and against Napoli. So because we don't have our front 3 or a keeper. So once they come back and they train and everything and adapt to the new season, I hope we finish 1st. I don't think that we can match 97 points again. I think 90 points will be really good. And I do believe Liverpool will win the league by a little bit. Man City, they don't have Vincent Kompany anymore. and they haven't replaced him. And he's the reason they won the league last year, that goal against Leicester City. And if he's not there, who would do that? So I just don't believe Man City have what it takes to do it 3 years in a row. They've obviously have a better squad than Liverpool, a better squad depth, have bigger superstars, but I believe that Liverpool last year, their sixth Champions League, is the beginning of more silverware at the club. I think Liverpool would win a cup or a trophy, but I just hope it's the Premier League. And yeah, so that's it. Leave your comments below if you disagree with some, if you agree with some, and I hope you enjoy your day, and peace out.